Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. And now, here's Jeff Crilley.
Welcome back to the Jeff Crilley Show. Well, DFW is one of the hottest real estate markets in the country. So is Austin, Texas. And a young lady who can talk about both markets is here on the Jeff Crilley Show. It's Janet Mitchell. She's one of the top realtors at HomeCity Real Estate. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
So what makes Dallas and Austin so hot? Why is it that we don't suffer the same kinds of downturns that other parts of the country do?
We really don't. The Dallas and the Austin area and other parts of Texas as well are pretty much stay stable even through the downturn that a lot of the country saw serious dips. Texas kind of stayed the same. A lot of it's due to our economics and our job growth, and that kind of helped to stabilize the housing market even when other parts of the country were having devastating losses. So it was a very good thing for Texas. We don't get the valleys and the peaks that other places do. So we haven't had the bubble of home prices rising abnormally high to burst. So it's been pretty stable, which has been wonderful for the economy.
So look into your crystal ball because we.
Oh wait, here it is.
It's a little foggy. Hold on, we might shine it up a little bit. But we're hearing that the Fed may raise interest rates here in a couple of weeks, and so for the first time in a decade, we might see some kind of reaction for credit card rates and mortgage rates. What do you see?
What I have seen and what I have heard kind of in the grapevine is even if the Feds do raise the rate, it's not going to be abnormally high. And we are so low. We are at 3 3/4, 4 1/4. So historically, that is extremely low. So even if it raises slightly, we're still going to be on the low side. And the good thing that it's going to do for our economy, if it raises a little bit, is for buyers who are thinking about buying at this time, it might encourage them to buy before the interest rates go up. They have this opportunity to do that. For sellers who are thinking of selling their home, the same thing. But a raise in interest rates I don't think is going to change too much the market that we're in. We are in a pretty solid seller's market. And when the interest rates go up across the board, it's not going to go up, I think, enough to make that much of a difference just yet.
And I saw something in the paper not long ago about how even Chinese investors are pouring money into the United States and right here in Texas.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of that in the market here in Dallas. The Chinese investing are coming in with cash and with the ability to buy several properties. So it's created an interesting situation for local people who are trying to buy homes, and now they're having to compete with the investors that are in the market. So it takes a real trained realtor and real estate professional to kind of navigate that jungle and the competition that's come into play. It really takes someone who knows what they're doing to compete.
And it is, speaking of competition, I can't think of a more competitive field than real estate. There are just so many companies out there battling for customer loyalty. How does HomeCity Real Estate separate itself from the others?
HomeCity Real Estate prides itself on the technology side. And the way that helps the consumers in this market, there is such, realtors used to be the gatekeepers of information back in the day. But now with the proliferation of information on the internet, it's very easy to get information about homes and areas. So really, the value of a real estate agent now is more in the consultant side. So HomeCity, with the technology that we have for the sellers, is able to get their properties marketed even before it goes in the MLS and get it in front of serious and ready-to-go buyers long before it gets to the market. So it's a shorter time on the market and serious buyers coming through immediately. For the buyers, the technology that we have with our website is buyers can search on our website, and we refresh from the multiple listing service several times a day. So it's always active, the status is always correct, and you don't have to find a house that you fall in love with only to find it was sold 2 months ago.
You know what? Let's talk a little bit about the value of a realtor versus do-it-yourself. I think there are so many shows on these days. Flip This House, and you watch 2 episodes of something on Discovery Channel, and all of a sudden, you know what?
I can do this myself.
I can do this myself. So have you come in and seen some people who tried to sell their home themselves and then ended up coming to you?
Absolutely. It's very easy to watch the shows and think that it's oversimplify the process, that all I have to do is put a sign in the yard and get my house in the MLS and then just wait for the buyers to beat down my door.
Right.
Even in this hot market where it is a seller's market and there are a lot of people competing for the same houses, real estate professionals' value is in navigating the complex. Once you get under contract and get to close, there are a lot of moving parts, and there are a lot of different vendors that have to be watched over, and timelines in the contract that have to be adhered to. And for people who want to do it on their own, this may be something they do once every 10 years. Real estate professionals do this several times a month.
Absolutely.
And so we're very good at it. We know all the ins and outs. And doing it yourself has its benefits in that you save money a little bit. But on the flip side, if you use a real estate professional, you will actually realize a greater profit.
Absolutely.
So the amount that's perceived that you save really is not as much as people think.
And mistakes can be very expensive. Knowing the right title company, knowing the right mortgage company. Am I right?
You are absolutely right. We have, as a realtor, I have connections with title companies and inspectors and lenders, and I know the good ones and I know the ones not to go to. And these are things that if you make the mistake and choose the wrong one, I had a client just recently that decided to find their own vendors without my assistance, and ended up they did not get the house because the things did not go through.
Wow. Janet Mitchell, she's one of the top realtors for HomeCity Real Estate. They specialize in real estate in the Austin and Dallas markets. Let's talk about company culture, because I noticed in the bio that your company has been named one of the best places to work by both the Dallas Business Journal and the Austin Business Journal. How did that happen?
Oh my gosh, we have such an amazing leadership in HomeCity Realty. It's very obvious through what they say and what they do that they are providing a culture for the agents there to be successful. At the same time, they're providing a way for the consumers to get the best selling and buying experience. They're providing for HomeCity agents with their culture and with the technology that they provide and the tools they provide for us to help our clients be successful are just amazing. And we know by what they do that we are top of their priority list.
I think that's very impressive, because I heard a statistic one time that said that 95% of all realtors kind of wash out in the first year. They thought it would be easy. They didn't get the support they needed. So for you guys to really support your agents so that they can be successful is just so critical, isn't it?
It is very critical. And the business model that HomeCity has a customer service department that actually helps us with our business strategy. And I think that's different. It sets apart from other real estate companies, so that the agents who come to HomeCity have a lot of support, and the clients of HomeCity get a lot of support from our team.
And I know philanthropy is really a big part of HomeCity. You guys are very involved in the communities. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
We are just about on Monday, actually, I'm going to help with Sandra's Helpers for the Toys for Tots and hand out toys for children who are less fortunate. We are involved with Habitat from Humanity and lots of different things on the horizon that we have coming up this year. We believe in giving back to the community that has supported us so well in our expansion here.
And it's so important these days. I know, especially with the millennials, when you talk to the 20-somethings about what's important for them, what kind of company do they want to work for, they really want to align themselves with a company where it's not all about profits, it's about people.
That's exactly right. And we have in our proprietary system, we have a way that agents can actually donate to charity part of their commission as a regular, seamless part of what we do. And that's another way that we give back to the community.
We'll talk a little bit about how people get a hold of you and the value of working with your company.
With HomeCity, for sellers, I think one of the main things that stands out is that we have a technology in place to get their house in front of qualified buyers early. So we'll get their home sold quickly. And for buyers, of course, we have real estate agents who are ready to work with them one-on-one. And personally, I've been in the agency about 3 or so years, but I've been in the real estate industry for a lot longer than that. My husband is Tony Mitchell, is inspector with Burgess Inspection Group. I've been in the mortgage industry, so I have a lot of experience as far as different parts of the industry. And you can reach us at homecity.com, or you can reach me personally at 469-964-2953.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on the Jeff Crilley Show. This
Thank
has
you
been a
so
fast
much.
15 minutes. When we come back, one of my favorite segments, it's our Legal Eagle segment. Get your real estate questions answered by a real estate attorney who really knows her stuff. That's coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show.
More of the Jeff Crilley Show coming up.